you can't fight no more. And I guess we're gonna need somebody with a master plan. Guess we're gonna need somebody. Take us to the ground.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna need somebody. Hey, this is Robert Jeter. I can hardly pronounce my name. It's a little late, it's 24th of August, and what a day it's been. I had to get back on my podcast because I can't miss the counter-revolution that's currently happening. I believe the arrest of Trump today in Fulton County, and that's why I'm currently in Fulton County. Well, actually in DeKalb County, but very close to Fulton County, in the Atlanta, Georgia area. This whole episode of Trump coming down to Atlanta, not only him, but 17, 18 other people who have been indicted for charges of sedition. I don't know what other charges. I don't have them in front of me. They say they meddled in the election, when in fact they are the ones who meddled in the election. And the 2020 election was, without a doubt, stolen by probably the same people who are now prosecuting Trump and accusing him of doing the same thing. They do that often. Whatever they do, the corruption they do, the evil they do, they turn around and blame the good guys for the same thing. The Republican Party, let's face it, they're wearing the white hats. And the Democratic Party are wearing the black hats. It's as clear as the sun at high noon on a bright, sunny day with only blue skies. It's that clear. It's obviously there are a few people in this country who want to bring it down, and they're supported by evil people with a lot of money. George Soros is one, but there are other people in the New World Order, if you want to use that term, who really want to bring America down and doing a good job of it, thanks to Biden's leadership and the woke madness and the idiots in power, currently in power. And they hate America, what it stands for. They hate a lot of these black DAs anyway. They hate the white man. Because maybe their great-great-great-granddaddy worked on a plantation owned by a white man, even though the biggest plantation in the South during the Civil War was owned by a black man, and he was not a nice guy. But whatever. I ain't getting into the subject of slavery. There's a lot of slavery. There's probably more slavery now, sexual slavery and every kind of other slavery, abuse, in this world now than it was during 1860s, 1860s, during the Civil War period, during the South, during the time the South was having slaves before the Civil War, actually. Like I said, I'm late, so excuse me if I get a little tongue-tied. But I just had to come back on the podcast because I think this whole episode with Trump, it's maybe seen as actually the beginning of a counter-revolution. There's been a big pushback. You can see how Trump, every time they indict him, every time they go after him, he increases in the polls. And I know there was a debate of these people, other people running for Republican president, on Fox News last night, and but I think only had 11 million watchers, viewers. And I think Trump, he went with Carlson and Tucker Carlson, and I think he's already got 250 million views on that podcast. Of course, it goes over a period of time. It's not just one live shot. When you're on social media, it stays up for a long time. And I see what Trump now is back on Twitter as well. So, interesting. I just think it's turning around. And I just had to get back on my podcast and say, yeah, baby, let's go and get rid of these people. And if it takes a counter-revolution, hopefully it's peaceful. Then that's what we have. And I think Trump is the starter. Did you see the mugshot of him? he looks very determined. And he's as strong as an ox. And he really is Batman, Superman rolled up in one. And he's going to clean up Gotham City. And he's going to clean up this country. And if he doesn't, you guys better pack your bags and find someplace else to go, because this is going to be a hellhole. You can already see in certain cities like New York, and even certain sections of Atlanta where it's run by the left, and they let go, all the criminals, but they put the decent people, the people with integrity, the greatest leaders we have, they want to put them in prison, and they want to indict them because they want the criminal elements to take over and destroy the country. It's a sad state of affairs. But anyway, I think Trump's the man, and I'll play a little bit more of this tune I wrote, Too Much News, or maybe I should say, Gonna Need Somebody. And I think we know who that is.
I've been watching too much news. Whole damn world has got the blues. Seems like reason out the door. Common sense you can't find no more. And I guess we're gonna need somebody with a master plan. Guess we're gonna need somebody take us to the promised land. But it's your mind you must rearrange. Too much greed, there's too much hate, but not much time to change our fate. And I guess we're gonna need somebody with a master plan. Guess we're gonna need somebody.